was ducking Brian Norman or whatever. His name is my man Jaron Ennis, Boots, and this is what Robert Garcia had to say about him.
Look, I'll tell you right now, because this is for sure. Yesterday, I was told by very fucking, ¿cómo se llama eso? Como like a real
reliable sources,
100% that now that he's moving up, right away they invited him for the fight against Virgil for September, and he said he needs two tune-up fights at 54 before he fights Virgil. So he's bullshitting.
Oh, all right.
Bullshitting. He's the video, the camera, whatever. Obviously he's gonna say that because he's a fighter and he's a bad motherfucker. He's bad. He's bad. But moving up to weight, and I don't blame him either. He wants two fights before he fights Virgil.
So basically, Jaron Ennis basically came out and said that he wanted to fight first with Virgil Ortiz, but Virgil had a hand injury. Robert Garcia is saying that when they approached him with the fight, he came out and basically said he needed two tune-up fights to fight Virgil Ortiz. Who do you tend to believe more? I'll start with you, Jamel.
I don't see Robert has a reason to lie. Be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Two tune-up fights is crazy, though. I can see about one to get acclimated with the weight, but two is crazy.
I'll tell you this. I definitely agree with you. When it comes to the Robert Garcia situation, if you recall, he took the fight at 147, Virgil Ortiz. Virgil can't make 154 last year. And then when Virgil came out and said, no, we would take the fight at 154, he absolutely turned it down and said, nah, I can't make, I'm going to stay at 147 and unify. One fight later, or maybe two fights, I think it was one or two, and he's back and he's going to 154, and then he comes out with that. So I'm definitely with you. I don't,
because they say Robert said he's a bad motherfucker, and he's a bad dude. They know they still know Boots is dangerous. Boots is naturally talented, gifted, skill wise, whatever. But I don't see, like I said, he says from a reliable source. I don't see why he would lie again. And he says he's saying two tune-up fights, which is crazy. But then again, you don't never hear anything from Boots' side. You don't hear nothing. If I feel like somebody lying on me, I'm coming out. Even if I got to come out on my Instagram stories, whatever, I'm coming out to say something. You never hear nothing from their side.
Well, he did do an interview where he stated that he wanted Virgil, but Virgil was dealing with an injury.
Well, okay, but listen, let's be real. We know how to fuck. We know boxing world is small. Motherfucker had a fucked up hand.
Yeah. I mean, listen, 154 is tough. There's not going to be a lot of tune-up fights for Virgil.
They'll find some. They'll find some tomato can. They'll find it. They'll find it to me. It won't be anybody that you may know. Yeah. Well, they'll probably find somebody, put them in. Of course, they probably won't expect it to sell, so they probably throw it in their hometown or somewhere close to Philadelphia, where at least it'll bring out the hardcore fans of Boots to fill up the arena or whatever, and go from there. But you could listen, boxing. You'll find a good matchmaker will find somebody.
I just feel like at 154, there's so many names. Zoo, for
those not tune-up. Those are not tune-up.
But I'm saying there's a lot. That's probably the most notable division in regards to names. So I feel like there's at least 10 really good names at 154, bro. Like, if you really think about it, it's a lot.
I mean, it's a lot, of course. Which one I like just for define him right now, too. They can find them two bodies from anywhere, but after that, there's definitely a lot of good names. Even if he doesn't take Virgil in the third fight, there's still a lot of good names at 154 that a good matchmaker will can match up with Boots to complement his style.
It's a lot of smoke at 154. I'll tell you this. I will say that if Boots is able to conquer that division, man, that to me solidifies him as a superstar. There's just too many good fighters at 154. I just don't want to see another. I want to see Boots finally live up to his potential, and I want to see him fight a big fight, whether it's Xander Zayas, Virgil Ortiz, Fundora, Tim Tszyu, Bakram, Jamel Charlo, or is it Jamal? One of the Charlos. So I just feel as if I want to see him, and I think the fans have been waiting in dire need to see him to beat him.
He got to fight somebody, because again, I'm not trying to make comparisons. I don't really care for that, but Bud jumped up. You say whatever he wanted, but he jumped to fight a champion right the rip at 154. I think Boots should at least jump up to fight somebody legit as well at 154 because he is a champion and he's a hell of a champion. But to have to say two and a bit, if you're not gonna fight Virgil, at least fight style wise somebody that's closer to Virgil Ortiz to get a good read on what you expect when you do fight a Virgil Ortiz instead of just fighting two tomato cans.
Well, to be fair though, you said he was a champion. Remember, he did get emailed the champion and only defended it once.
And then,
on the other hand,
he took the belt, and then he took the belt from another champion.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's 2 fights, but I would like to see him fight a name at 150. I would like to see him fight maybe Tim Tszyu. Give us Tszyu, beat somebody like that. I'm not mad at that.
Honestly, I don't think Tszyu can win the.
But I think the name recognition.
Fundora with the famous Fundora.
You don't think he's going to beat Fundora in the rematch?
His last fight, he wasn't aggressive. He was kind of gun shy. The last fight,
Baccarat put him into next week. That's why. I mean, I was
he fought after that. He fought in Australia.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. But Baccarat,
I'm saying he was gun shy coming off that loss. Going into that fight, he was a little hesitant. So and then you're gonna get a guy that busted you open and then beat you. I don't think he could beat Fundora.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm definitely with you on that.
Mentally.